Hi everyone, Abby McKenna here, also known as Abundant Abby. I am the owner of my own health and wellness business, a freedompreneur and the founder of the Abundant Life Movement. So we've come in for the second video of the Living Your True Self series of videos that's going on for the next couple of days. And last night, if you joined me, you would have seen my 3-year-old Ayla. Tonight we have Indiana, so you might be noticing I'm missing a bit of lighting. I'm missing my microphone, but when you've got an 8-month-old who's got grabby hands and crabby little teeth that want to get at everything, that we just have to make sacrifices. So I hope you're having a fantastic day. Wednesday, hump day. You've made it halfway through the week, guys. You're nearly on the back end of it, so congratulations to you. When you're jumping on, say hi. Let me see who you are. I can see eyes popping up, but I can't see you unless you comment down here. So we're about to go out for dinner. Kerry, I'm running late. If you're watching this, I'll be there soon. All right, so today's video in the series of Living Your True Self is about what will your life look like when you're actually living as your true self? What changes will you make? What does living as your true self mean? And once again, I'm going to share some diary entries that I wrote as I was going through this journey of working out, discovering, unleashing who I really was. This is before I started creating that and all the rest of it. So I'm going to give it a few more seconds for everyone to jump on, and you're going to have to bear with me in Indiana's fidgy little fingers because she likes to get at everything. Let me know if you're watching this live. Let me know if you're watching the replay. And please become engaged. Comment. Last night was fantastic. It was super seriously cool. So without further ado, we will get started, and I'll hope that Indiana, being tired, will hold out through this live. So hi to you all. So what does living as your true self mean? All right, and here I'm going to share some diary entries of what I thought that it would look like, and it turns out that that's what it does look like. So living as your true self, when you start living as your true self, means being so clear in your vision, purpose, and passions that nothing is going to get in your way. Nothing is going to get on your way, and I'll make a point to get back to that later. Living as your true self actually results in living without fear. Now, I know people go, that's wanky, that's impossible, it's actually not. And in my diary I wrote, when I become clear on my vision, I'm not going to be scared of going out after it. That isn't to say that I'm not going to recognize that there are going to be hurdles, but my true self and vision will be so strong that I know I will get past them. So living without fear is a thing. And as I said, it's not unknowing that things won't go wrong, but you're so clear on your vision, you're so clear on your passions and purpose that those things that can go wrong, you're not scared of them. You just know damn well that you're going to get over them. And the same was true. I was talking to Dee the other day, and she said, Abby, I've started living as my true self now, and it's just so seriously ridiculous how clear my passion is, and I just have to get there. I know I am shifting my family. We are leaving the country. We're going to South Africa, and I'm starting a home business there to help people in need, and I'm going to make it work because my vision is so strong that nothing's going to get in my way. So that's what that means. Living as your true self means not giving out your authority to others. What do I mean about that? I know Indiana knows, people speak about that. So what I mean is, this is what I wrote in my diary. We are responsible for our own happiness. We don't leave it up to others to say or do things that result in our happiness. Our true self is so big, so powerful, so grounded that you actually don't care what other people think, and you don't listen to what others tell us we can or can't do. When you live as your true self, you take back your own authority. You just become this powerful entity, and you're so confident in what you need to do that you don't listen to others. And it's something that society tells us as to, what are people going to think when you do this? What are people going to think when you do that? When you live as your true self, you are so powerful and you are so confident in yourself that doesn't matter. You don't let anything get in your way. You don't rely on what other people say to make you happy. Okay, you don't rely on people saying you're a good person or you're good at your job. You are just so happy with your true self, so grounded, so powerful that you are the one that makes you happy. How crazy does that sound to some people at the moment? You are responsible for your own happiness. It's crazy, but once you're doing it, you'll get it. Living as your true self means not listening to that voice in our head. Now, I love this one. This is a big one, all right? Not listening to that voice in your head. I actually call this voice, and comment down here the last thing that this voice says to you, because it's actually there all the time when you're not living as your true self. I call this voice your devil of doubt, my devil of doubt, our devil of doubt. this voice isn't really you. It's not really me. It's not really us. But this voice seems to pass judgment, comments on everything that keeps us stuck. You know the voice. What was the last thing that your voice said to you? You know, Jenny and her husband are going to not let me forget it if I fail. I'm going to be the sucker in this town. I'm not worthy of that. I'm not good enough to do that. That voice, it's not really you. That devil of doubt, it's that thing that passes judgment and comments on freaking everything and keeps us stuck. When you're living as your true self, that voice isn't there anymore. And it's actually a wonderful silence that you can fill with more productive things. I'm getting bitten. Living as your true self results in being so damn confident in what needs to come next that you just know what you need to do. Okay, and you just go out and do it. There's no questioning. I'm reading my diary entries here or haltering action. So you guys would have noticed at the moment, my kids and I, we're moving around a lot. You know, we're away from the girl's dad, and it's something that society would go, that's not what's meant to happen. That's not the, but my partner and I, you know, we're so clear, getting bitten on what our vision is, that we just know that this has to happen. I'm so confident on starting my business, on traveling, on being happy, and all these things inside me, this purpose and passion coming out, that you just know what needs to happen. And it's a really, really empowering thing to have. I'm kidding. Okay, we'll keep going. This is meant to be a serious live that's going to turn into a comedy act for you guys. Living as your true self means, and this is so cool, being absolutely happy and truly loving who you are, regardless of anything, regardless of what's being said, regardless of what circumstances are, regardless of anything like that. Lucy says, I have a huge devil of doubt, but working on getting it out of me. Awesome, Lucy. Hey, Lucy, how are you? How is Morgan? It's good to see you. We've stayed with Lucy in the last couple of weeks, which is absolutely fantastic. I'm glad you're doing that, Lucy. And the ebook that's coming up should be able to have some more strategies to help you as well. But please get in touch and share if you want to. There's a group of people here that will help strategies to get rid of that devil of doubt. He's an asshole. You need to get rid of him. And then finally, once you realize that you live your true self, it's like, just to bring all of that together, when you're living as your true self, you've got all of these things, right? All of a sudden you're happy, you're confident, you know where you're going, your vision is so clear. You live without those things that you had when you weren't living as your true self, when you were living as your ego or that false sense of self, which is often suffocation and boredom or angst or agitation, fear. Those things are all gone, and it's seriously like you've written your story before you came onto this earth. This is what it feels like. I'm just going to share with you what it feels like for me. It's like all of a sudden you realize you've already written your story. You already had a plan for yourself. And you've picked that book back up and you've found that story and you're reading it and you're living it as you go along. And you're just so confident in the next sentence, in the next chapter, and you just go with it. And everything else, all that noise around that book, you know, everything else that's going on, comments from people, that devil of doubt in your head, whatever it is, it just doesn't matter anymore. It just isn't there. And I know there's no other way really to describe it. You just become so happy and so confident and so bloody ferocious that you are worthy and deserving of this, that you, whatever it is, that you just go out after it. And know that whatever your true self is, it's not incorrect. Your true self is your true self. It's not that true self or that person that's on the telly or the person down the road or the, you know, your true self is your true self, and no one can take that away from you. There's no right or wrong to who you really are. But it's a really cool and really powerful thing when you actually, hey Lucy, I'm loving those loves. When you unleash your true self, when you discover your true self, then all of a sudden you've got the balls to start creating and living as your true self. It's a really cool thing and it's yours, and no one can take that away from you. So I hope you've had a fantastic Wednesday. I'm about to throw my kids in the car and go to the RSL to hang out with my best childhood mate and her kids, her two kids being her fiance and her 9-month-old. And I will see you all tomorrow. Please join me tomorrow for the next series in Living as Your True Self, where we will be talking about why our kids deserve for us to live as our true self. Hope you're having a beautiful Wednesday. Thanks, Lucy, and I'll talk to you soon. See you later.